Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week uh, with the last video of the month. This is going to eventually be our standard tarot reading. So we're gonna do the usual, as it were. But I want to do some things a little bit differently tonight because it is December 31st. It is the final video of the year. It is the final day of 2022, and I'm feeling, personally, I'm feeling a lot of things that I feel would be relevant and hopefully resonant as well with you guys. So um, that's kind of the direction I want to take this video in. Yes, we will still be reading cards. So if you're here for that, please bear with me while I get my thoughts out at first. And if you do stick around to the end and like what you see in the video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons so you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. And trust me, there will be more videos coming. I have also included links to my social media, my website, and I don't think we'll be doing a bonus reading, but we'll see at the end. If there is a bonus reading, it will be timestamped in the description. So if you just want to jump over everything else and go there, um, that's fine by me. I hope any of this does help. So yeah, like I said, it's the final video of the year. It's the final tarot reading of the year. There's um it feels like a lot is closing off. Maybe closing off isn't the right way of putting it. Some old energy is moving out, and I'm feeling a lot of emotion because of that. In terms of things are changing. Things are going to be changing a lot for me in 2023. I don't know what that's going to bring, and I have been struggling a bit with the anxiety of that. But I think I can't help but feel very hopeful that things are going to work out the way they are meant to. Um, not a lot of people believe in this, and maybe I'm the only one that does, but I do feel very strongly that things are aligning to divine timing, as they should be, for at least for my path. I don't know if any of this is going to make sense, so I might just be rambling at you, but I can't help but feel hopeful that things are going to start on a positive note, because there've been a lot of things that have suggested they will, and I'm getting there because over the last couple of years, 2020, certainly 2019 through 2021, were very difficult years for me, especially during this time of year. But I think um, I think some of that traumatic energy is finally moving out, and things are going to start moving in a direction that I'm not entirely comfortable with, but hopeful that positive change will come from that. I'm going to keep some of those things private because they are personal to me and my specific lifestyle. But yeah, but I am hopeful, and that's what I'm holding on to right now. One thing that has caused me a little bit of stress, and more than a little bit of stress, is that my dad is finally retiring, and I'm so proud of him. I'm so grateful to him for all that he's done for me and my brother and allowing me to pursue these creative endeavors, making videos, posting art and things like that, and trying to make a living from that. That's, he supported that. He supported certain decisions that I've made about the way I express love to other people. He's been there for a lot with me and my brother and my family. So the fact that he's finally going to get a period of time to himself and not have to be answerable to a boss or some such authority figure is really, I'm excited for him, and I'm hopeful for the coming years after the 31st. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. As far as myself, I'm still trying to figure things out, and I'm not where I thought I would be. And this is where I say I'm hopeful that things are going to change in a positive direction, because I think my plans are a little bit more firmly in place now than they were certainly certainly after I graduated college, but I feel like they're more in place. They're more firmly in place. Whether that yields the outcome I hope for or not, I don't know, and I can't place my bets on anything. I'm not going to, but I think one thing that I can place my bets on is the fact that come what may, I'm going to navigate the path the best that I can. So yeah, that's on 2022. 2023, I have some plans for. I've started working, especially if you're following me for my website, my blog. I have some plans there. We'll see how they go. Yeah, we'll see how they go. In fact, talking about the plans, I actually just finished drafting for January, so you'll start seeing some of that rolling out very soon. I'm excited. I still haven't gotten too far into what I want to write about for the rest of the year, but I'm excited. I'm just excited. Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. Same with my art, my reading. I have read more in 2022 than I thought I would ever read since graduating. As many of you know, I have a degree in English literature, and a lot of what it took to get my degree was reading. So, yeah, 2018 and 19, there was a lull in that activity, but I have read, I believe it's 25 books. I have a blog post coming and wrap up with those numbers. So, hang in there with me on that. I'll be crunching numbers, and you'll see the blog post very soon if you are following me on my Tumblr or on my DA. So yeah, writing fractals are coming, and I'm having fun making those. There will be some experimenting going on with that as well, and you'll be seeing more results of those experiments. But I've just started thinking about what that is going to look like in future posts. So, with all of that said, I think the general feeling that I'm getting right now is one of hope, one of excitement, one of, I don't know, peace. Let's hope for peace to come in there as well. I can't vouch for what my anxiety and my depression and my mental health is going to do, but I'm really looking forward to 2023. So in that spirit, I want to start with the tarot reading and get into some oracle energy, see what we got going on, and what we can potentially look forward to maybe in 2023. And then we'll go at it from there. Like I said, we're going to start with the oracles and then move into our tarot for that energy. So let me shuffle some cards for you and see what we got. Oh, all of the decks I'm using are going to be listed in the description. So if you want to research the decks I'm using, add them to your collection, or maybe start one of your own, it's there for you if you would like to have a look. Okay. All right. Wait. Okay. You know what? No, 2 apiece. I was gonna do 3, but I feel like that might be a bit excessive. Also, I am gonna try my best with, in specific, I'm using Angels, Gods, and Goddesses, the Oracle deck by Tony Salerno, and some of these are depicted in the nude, so I am going to do my best to censor some of that, not to upset the YouTube algorithm. So let's see how that goes. And you know what? Continuing the trend, we're going to do a final bonus reading as well. So, okay. So let's see what we got for the main oracle reading here. Okay. So to start, we have the Sun Dancers. This is representing joyful activity, celebration of life and abundance. Okay. We also have the Dragon's Duel. This represents inner conflict, morality, and conscious choice. Okay. We have the Guinea Pig, doing your part to illuminate the universe. Okay. We have the Snake, live according to your divine essence. Okay. Okay, we have the Goddess of Awakening, and this represents a time of wonder, exploration, certainly a lot of romance and creativity. Okay, so see, I have to censor it because, again, this figure is in the nude and I don't want to offend anybody out there. So, yeah, there's the card. I'm sorry about my hand being in the way, but there's the Goddess of Awakening. Okay. And we also have the Angel of Communication. This is calling you to communicate clearly and don't be afraid to tell it like it is. Okay, so at this time, what I'm sensing is that there's a clearing of conflict, specifically inner conflict, okay? Because there has been a desire to live by your happiness, live by your joy. And when you are doing things that make you happy and make you joyful, you're acting in accordance with your divinity, your divine energy. You're in flow, you're happy, you're doing things that make you feel good. You've done so much to figure out what that is, but there have been things in your way. You know, people have said, well, what's it going to earn you? How are you going to pay bills from this? What's it going to be? Well, all of that, you know, they may be coming from a good place. These people that have put that out there may be coming from a good place. But you living by your joy and your happiness has brought you so much light that you just can't help but radiate it, right? Pointing out the star shine here. You're basking in your own light. You're able to give that light to others because it's part of your divine essence. This light is essentially part of you. You know, it's part of your personhood to be this radiant beam of gorgeous energy, right? And that part of you is non-negotiable. Okay, it's not up for debate. These people that have put inner conflict in your head have tried either consciously or subconsciously to pull you out of that light, to pull you back into a state that they're comfortable with you being in. And that, you know, I'm not to make this post about me, but I'm resonating with that because I can think of two people in my immediate circle that have been, I'm gonna say, overly concerned about what I've chosen to do with my life up till now, but it's all just, it's a mind game, okay? And you've started to realize that. Okay? You're doing this glowing, this shining, this radiating. You're doing it anyway because you don't know how else to be, okay? And part of that radiating energy is that you found a voice. You found a creative voice. You found an abundant voice. You have a lot to say. And in spite of this chatter, in spite of this internal conflict, you are finding ways to speak your truths, to speak your essence, to speak to the things that make you the happiest. Okay. Okay, that's good energy to start on. I love that so much. Let's get into our tarot and see how else we can use this energy. Okay. Let's go. Let's see some tarot cards. Okay. Oops. All right. Here we go. And this is going to be standard for what we normally do, but I'm going to go as deep as I can on these cards, and hopefully something comes out that we're going to resonate with. Okay. So one more shuffle here. Okay, first card out, we have the King of Swords. Oh my God, I love this. Okay, I love this because this is absolute mastery. Kings to me are, yes, they're authoritative, but they've displayed mastery over their specific suits. So in this case, swords are associated with air, and thusly they're associated with, or in this case, it can be associated with the mind, mental pursuits, intellectual kinds of things that you're looking at right now. And because we've seen an energy of going for things that bring you joy, right? And we're doing that in spite of the anxiety and fear in your brain. That energy is confirmed in my mind because this person, once again, has obtained mastery over their mind, their intellectual pursuits, and they're leading in a way that inspires others to work for the same energy. Yeah, they're doing the damn thing in spite of the chatter. They're doing the damn thing in spite of the chatter. Okay. Let's leave it there. Let's see what else we need to see, please. Ooh, okay. Okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And so it's time to take a step back and enjoy the fruits of our labor. Okay, because we've worked really hard. You know, getting our minds right probably isn't the easiest task for a lot of us. I know it isn't easy for me, um, but it is something that we've worked incredibly hard for, and it has, you know, at least, you know, talked a lot about things changing with my situation. Um, the thing that has changed in your situation has come. Don't know what I can't say specifically, but it has come from working hard and getting mastery over the mental chatter, right? Okay. Basically, what is being said here is that you've worked hard, acknowledge it, and take a break, because you can enjoy what you've built. Okay. So there's the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, we also have the Knight of Pentacles. So some of this is going to, you know, perhaps looking ahead for you, there may be some things that you have to plan some measured action for. Okay. Because I don't think your work's not done yet, but it is at a point where you can step back and go, yeah, I can leave this for a little bit. I'll come back to it. But in the meantime, there's some things that I need to research, I need to look at, I need to plan well for, because it's going to it's gonna require that, whatever that specific thing is. Excuse me. Okay. Also, with the Knight of Pentacles, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, roots are being put down. New seeds are being planted. They're starting to grow. You're starting to see the fruits of your labor come to pass. Now that that's the case, there are certainly some things that you need to plan for how you're going to use what you changed, right? I hope that makes sense. I really do hope that makes sense. So, yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. Good call here. Okay. All right. See some hidden and clarifying energy. Hidden energy, we have the Hermit. You followed your own path, and you know you've found your truth. Wow. I'm getting excited here because, again, we're bearing out the Oracle energy here in that you are completely you're completely in touch with your light and what lights you up. Doing what makes you happy. What creative pursuits make you happy. You've discovered that, okay? You've genuinely and openly discovered that, so you can light the path of your own truth. Okay, and that probably wouldn't have happened if not for facing the internal conflict that was rendered upon you by others. If you hadn't faced that, you wouldn't have known. Okay, you probably would have felt a bit like a puppet on some strings. Pinocchio, Pinocchio status. Now you can say, well, I got no strings on me now, so watch out. What am I going to do with this here? Not saying go forward and be impulsive. You do still have to plan and make calculated efforts here. But moving forward with your own truth is going to be much easier. Moving forward on the path of your own truth is going to be much easier now that you know what that truth is. Okay, and it's going to move fast too, because you have the Chariot coming out as your clarifying energy. Okay, ooh, yeah, here we go. things are going to move fast. You are very clear about how you're moving forward. Boom. Boom. Here you go. Okay. That's a good first reading. I really like how this is going so far. We're going to clarify why it is that we're seeing what we're seeing with each card. Okay. So let's see why we are seeing the Knight of Swords here. What's going on with the Knight of Swords? Okay. The first card we have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Yeah, you've had some things coming at you pretty quick, and it's felt very, yeah, it's felt nerve-wracking. It's felt scary. It's felt like you can't move mountains with it because you're facing all of these spears coming at you. But, you also realize now that, okay, you know what? Just because I can't move the mountains doesn't mean I can't step out of the way and let the swords fall. I can't, the things will happen the way they happen. But I see the path over here. Swords are coming at me over this way. I'm gonna go the path so that I don't have to take damage from this over here. Is whatever is coming at you damaging? I don't know. Only you can think that. But remember, only you can think for yourself on that, is what I mean to say. But you have the ability to make forward movement, to make progress. Okay, and because you have so much information coming at you all at once, there's been some need to process, but you've done the work. And now that you know how, now that you know what you're clear about and how to move forward, this doesn't seem so scary. Okay, so there is the Eight of Wands. Okay, first thing we're seeing with the King of Swords, we also have the Eight of Swords. So you've removed the trap that you thought you were in, because you've recognized that, no, I can get out. No, I'm not bound in. I can still walk. I can still use my hands. I can still fly. There are bird images here. But in some cases, I've seen the Eight of Swords as the character's trapped, but she's got her hands tied, his or her hands, no gender assigned here. But their hands are right here, and they're not realizing they can take the blindfold off. That's how I would typically read it, but because we have the King of Swords here, we've realized that our hands are still free, and we can still move, right? I'm gesturing at my legs. You didn't see that, but we can move. We can make forward progress. We can get out of the way of whatever dangers we feel are coming at us. That's a perspective that you're going to have to assess for yourself. Can't tell you what that might be, but we've realized that we can process what we have coming at us. Okay? Why are we seeing the Knight of Pentacles here? Nine of Pentacles. Why are we seeing it, please? Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. So, this is the perfect time to nurture yourself. Get deep with your feelings. Get rooted in your emotions, because you're feeling it a lot. You're feeling, perhaps it feels like you're feeling everything all at once and you don't know what to do with it. Okay, in fact, I'm going to say that's probably a fact, because we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, yeah, you're feeling it all at once, and it's probably No time like the present to get deep with your emotion. That's what I have to say about it. Um, you're probably someone that thrives on doing this. So if you have a journal, write in it and write till your hand, if you can manage to do this, write till your hand gives up. Um, because that's what I have to do at some point soon. Um, just get deep with your emotions. You have the opportunity to do that right now, and it's going to be imperative that you take the time you need to do this work. Okay. Um, yeah, you know, and no time like the present to do that. So there is the Queen of Cups. We also have the Eight of Cups. You might discover something new about your emotions, about your spirituality, especially from doing this work. Um, you might discover something new that you didn't think you had to offer before. Now it's like, oh, okay, you know, this could be something special. This could be something important. But you're not going to do that. You're not going to be able to figure that out until you get here, right? Again, no time like the present to do that. Okay. Oh yeah, definitely no time like the present to do just that. Okay. So let's see some clarifying and hidden energy for the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, we have the Emperor. And the Knight of Pentacles is being clarified by the Emperor to start off with. So um, this is the perfect caution for you, I think, because you are being asked to look at certainly look at what you have in front of you. Look at the resources and things that you value, and operate in a way that doesn't create chaos. I think I'm gonna say this, and I'm feeling not exactly right about it, but you can get a horse to gallop, right? If you know how to ride horses, or if you've ever seen this, you can get a horse to move quick. But because this is attached to Pentacles and the Earth here, um, the call to make slow and measured action here, I think, is being confirmed by the Emperor, because you don't want to be in a rush. If you take a rushed approach to what you're trying to do, it's going to fall apart. It's not going to work. You're going to be disappointed. You're going to have some less than desirable emotions to deal with potentially. So you do want to be sure that you certainly have some authority, exercise authority over what you're planning here, but make sure that you take action in a way that doesn't have it fall completely to pieces. I hope that makes sense. But you also have the Judgment. You're being called to do this anyway. Okay, and you're being called to do this anyway. So exercise patience, exercise prudence, be aware of what mode you're operating under. So are you trying to rush it? Are you trying to are you trying to rush it? Are you trying to get to the answer before it's even been given, right? I'm hearing don't go off half baked, right? Because again, what did I say? Whatever you're trying to do is going to fall apart if you do that. If you're acting impulsively. So it's there. It's there and you're hearing it. But it's going to take some work. It's going to take some slow action to get there. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, clarifying the Hermit. Why are we seeing the Hermit, please? Why do we have the Hermit out here? Ooh, okay. The Hermit. You always have a choice. There are choices on your plate right now, and the only way you can make the one that best fits for you is if you know your personal truth. And judging by, once again, going to the Oracle energy and judging by the other cards, you already know what that is. So it's the perfect time to weigh options, get a good read on the pros and cons of where you are right now. And if it comes to pass that your choices start, you're starting to see results of that, the likelihood is that you will be very happy with the choice you made. Okay. So there's the Lovers. There's the Lovers, and we also have the Ten of Wands. So again, there's a goal to be met, and the goal is again going to require some work to get there, but it is going to be, I think it will be fruitful and prosperous if you can learn, if you can get yourself up the hill, so to speak. Whatever choice, whatever option you're taking in life is going to, yeah, it's gonna require some thinking, it's gonna require some work, but you're gonna get there. You will get there. I'm positive you will get there, because this is what we're clarifying next. So let's see why we are seeing the Chariot, please. What is going on with this Chariot energy? Ooh, I love this reading. Chariot energy, please. Why are we seeing it? Okay, Five of Pentacles. There was a period where you didn't think anything was going to happen. Yes, okay. There was a period where you didn't think anything was going to happen, and you thought all the doors were closed. You thought all the things you wanted were going to going to completely crumble before they were ever addressed. And simply because you weren't clear about the plan. You had some blindfolds on. You felt trapped and hemmed in, and you had a lot coming at you at once that you didn't know how to process. Well, that's not the case anymore. Okay? Perhaps there have been some things that you've had to ask help for. And you probably, it's fair, when you have so much going on in your head and you're trying to figure things out, it's fair not to feel like you have the help around you. But the fact of the matter is that people, certainly there are people who do care, but if you are a believer in the spirit realms, or if you believe in higher power, there's a likelihood that you believe that you have angels and guides with you, taking some of that sadness and that negativity out of your hands so it doesn't feel so overwhelming. The rest of it does come from healing starts with the recognition that you need healing, but also a shift in perspective, right? That your traumas, your sadnesses, your depression, your mental health, none of that is completely you. It's something you deal with, but it doesn't have to define you. Oh, I'm Meg, I have anxiety. Well, no, I'm Meg. I'm an artist, I'm a writer, but I also do deal with anxiety. Again, nothing about the traumas and the negatives that you've experienced have to define you. And you can ask for help. It's there. It's available. And people do care. People do love you. Okay? There's someone out there to help you. And if you've ever felt if you've ever felt that you weren't lovable or helpable, I don't think it's a word, but I think you get what I mean here. Um, it's there. It's there. And the fact that you're clear about your path now and you're clear about your personhood has helped you realize that this is possible too. Help is possible too. If you've ever felt isolated and kind of outside of the crowd, you will find your tribe. You will find your people. Okay. So there's the Five of Pentacles, but we also have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So much clarity here. Okay. Because you're starting to realize you're moving forward without the toxicity and the negativity and the pain. Whatever came out of this, whatever made you feel stuck in the first place, is no longer there because you've recognized the deception in that feeling. And I'm saying it like that because perhaps you felt that there was something in your head that's like, "Ooh, look at you, you're alone now." Well, you're always gonna be alone. Nobody cares. Oh yes, they freaking do. I knocked and the door was answered. Okay, and I'm clear about that now. I'm clear about the lies my brain sometimes tells me. Remember, the King of Swords is out here. So you've gotten mastery over the deceptions that you have been given. You've seen that in some of the things that you're doing to hold yourself back, but you've also seen some of the motives that other people have. Okay, I love the synchronies. I love the synchronicity in this. Okay, it's there. The lies are finally clear. Your path is finally clear. Your personhood and the way you're moving forward is finally clear. Boom. Okay. Oh wow. I love it when readings like this take shape, because that means that there's something about the energy that I'm tapping into. And I once again, I hope any of this is resonating. Again, if you like what you're seeing in the video, please don't hesitate to click all of the buttons. I'd be very grateful for your company on these readings, and comments, feedback, and other comments, feedback, anything you might have to say is welcome. So let's get into the final portion of this reading. This is going to be for you in specific, friends. So if you want to stick around for this or just tap out, that's fine too. I will see you in the next one. Let's see what we gotta see. Okay. All right. You have the Queen of Shells. Give me a second here. Okay. Oh, we have the Queen of Cups again. This is the Queen of Cups. Standard writing here, but in specific, this is the Queen of Shells. So once again, dig into your emotions. They're telling you something, and they're giving you're feeling what you're feeling for a reason. Your emotions are giving you, they're giving you clues. They're giving you clues as to what to do next. Okay. The fact that we have the swords and the cups kind of indicates to me that part of the thing that you're doing is analyzing your thoughts as triggers to your emotions. So how deep do those emotions go? How deep are you willing to look at it? Okay, I know that emotional exploration can be nerve-wracking for some. but you're looking at your thoughts and what emotions they're triggering. And I'm also going to say that because you have um, you have the Eight of Wands, which I would normally read as um, please pay attention to what you're feeling right now because you're going to have to stay on your toes. But again, you're getting mastery over your mind so you can feel your feelings without being overwhelmed too much. Okay? And that's where this Queen of Shells or this Queen of Cups is coming in. Because you're in a time where you can nurture those emotions. Okay? We also have the Three of Feathers, or in this case, the Three of Swords. Because there's been some hurt. Okay? There's been a lot of trauma, a lot of disappointment, a lot of pain. Like I said, nothing about that truly defines you. It's might be part of your situation right now, but you're not your pain. You're not your pain. You're not your disappointment. You're not your trauma. Okay? Um, yeah, it's particularly, I think it's particularly appropriate that the tagline on this is rest, release, and recover. Okay? Um, let it go. Let it go for a little bit so you can heal. Okay? There's the Three of Feathers. Okay? We also have, okay, we have the Queen of Crystals or the Queen of Pentacles. Um, so you're nurturing your growth in a practical and grounded way. Okay, you're taking action on doing this work in a very practical and very grounded way. Okay, there's certainly a good deal of abundance and a good deal of um, there's certainly a good deal of abundance coming in your path, and I think what is going to be very helpful to you right now is again just nurturing it. Okay, nurturing yourself, nurturing your growth as well. Okay, so there's the Queen of Crystals, Queen of Cups. Oh, let's see some hidden and clarifying energy for this part of the reading, and then we'll get into the bonus reading. Okay. Okay. So, okay, we have the Four of Crystals as the hidden energy. So, again, this is Four of Pentacles. In this case, there's some things still left to be worked on and let go. I do think you may run the risk of holding on too tight. You've done so in the past, and it might not be the easiest to it might not be the easiest habit to let go of, again, because you're being called to let go. But it will benefit you from figuring out how to make that process work. Okay, because you are being called to look at this as a risk. You've invited so much good stuff in, and now it's time to let it be for a little bit. Okay, so there's the Four of Crystals as our hidden energy. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's see the clarifying energy, please. Okay, the Ten of Cups. Well, okay, Ten of Cups. It came out in reverse. There's still a long way to go, and I think what this is saying is be careful. Again, please be careful you don't empty your cups unnecessarily. Okay, remember that you just rediscovered your innate truths. Okay, and I think the risk is now that you have so much of this going on, um, it would be easy to empty out your cup for other people. Okay, but you have to realize that you've worked hard. You've given yourself a lot of, yeah, you've worked hard. You've given yourself a lot of opportunity to grow and to be, grow and definitely be present. Now, um, now it's time for you to pause, take a deep breath, and make sure that you're enacting boundaries that don't empty your cups out too quick. Okay. So, I hope, once again, I hope this makes sense, at least this first portion of the reading. Let's do our bonus reading and then I will sign off for now. Thank you so much for being here. Once again, I appreciate having you here. And let's see what our bonus reading has to offer for us. Okay, we have the Lady of Lightning, and this represents surprises, sometimes shock, and a total paradigm shift. Okay, there is that. We also have the Rat. This is calling us to be true to ourselves, and the universe will reward. Okay, all right, and we have the God of Indulgence. This is asking us to stop beating ourselves up. A little indulgence is healthy when it is balanced. So, you know, oh, there's there's some things. This is interesting. Um, you're I don't know how to start this. Wow. Um, okay, maybe you're the kind of person that has a very mean self-talk habit. I will raise my hand to this because I used to do this all the time where I would belittle myself. I would make jokes about myself. And the truth of doing that is that your brain doesn't know the difference when you're bullying yourself versus someone else. Um, because if you hear it from yourself, it's like, oh yeah, that's fine. But if you hear it from somebody else, like, oh, your butt's big in those jeans, well, if if you say that to yourself, then it's like, okay, yeah, it feels like it hurts a lot more when someone's like, come on, really, you're gonna fit in those jeans? Like you see what I mean? It doesn't feel good. But your brain doesn't know the difference between you saying it and somebody else does. If nothing else, if somebody else says it and it hurts, that's probably a confirmation of what you already know. And it's like, well, if I believe it, probably everybody else does, right? Maybe that's not true, okay? And it's going to, breaking that habit, at least from my perspective, required a lot of work because at one point in my life it was just so mean, so absolutely mean. Okay, if I couldn't tell my best friend what I would tell myself, what was the point of saying it in the first place, right? um, how all of that works is that you might be beating yourself up for enjoying yourself, enjoying the work you do, enjoying your coffee dates by yourself, going for doing a fun activity that you would normally do with others. You do that by yourself once and everybody comes at your neck. Well, toughy, tough luck. You don't have to do it to yourself. So it's okay to enjoy the things you enjoy. Okay, um, just make sure that you're not tipping your balances one way or the other. Okay, um, and don't beat yourself up for it. Just please don't beat yourself up for it anymore. Okay. Um, if you are true to the things that you enjoy, once again, you're going to light up the world and you're going to be a radiant, gorgeous energy in it. Okay? So there is the oracle reading. Let's see our tarots for this bonus. Okay, we have the High Priestess. We have the Six of Cups. And we have the Two of Cups. So reflecting, High Priestess. Yeah, reflecting, going deep, getting into your heart is going to allow you to not only come back to a place of reconnection, because I feel like certainly somewhere along the way you've lost connection with your childhood or your inner child. Oh, once again, perfect. Okay. Because this is talking about reconnection, you're being called to stay true to things that connect you back with your inner child, that make you as happy as they did when you were younger, that sort of thing. And you're going deep into that. You're discovering that by reflection. Okay, by reflecting, by introspecting, by looking at yourself and what you used to like. Okay, and by that, you're figuring out a way to use what you know now, what you're gaining from doing all of this reflection, and you're integrating it into an experience that is going to bring you so much joy. Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for being here. Thank you for a great year. I'm hoping 2023 is just as amazing, just as special, just as important to all of you as 2022 was. It's time to let 2022 go, though. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready for 2023, and I can feel the energy being one that is going to be amazing and special. And I hope you're right there with me. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Again, if you liked what you saw in the video, please go ahead and click all of the buttons, get in touch. I cannot wait to see what 2022 brings. In the meantime of my next video, I will see you guys very soon. Stay safe. I love you lots. Happy New Year, everybody. Bye, guys.